Okay, put that there. Hi, everyone. So I am watching live what's going on with these protests, and in a couple areas like Los Angeles, right, turned into full-on riots because if you're looting and burning cars and destroying businesses and destroying property and smashing windows, I mean, that's a riot, is it not? Well, what I'm concerned about and why I wanted to go live right now is because what do we have coming up? I'm seeing it all over the internet and hoping it's peaceful protests for this Saturday, June 14th, which apparently is also Flag Day. There's supposed to be military parades in Washington, D.C. I've heard it was Trump's birthday also. But then we also have these things called, what are they called? No Kings protests, right? Um, I'm just watching a live shot of the Marines and the military protecting the federal buildings right now. So that's kind of what we're going to watch in the background while we're here right now. But uh, and if you're here, oh hi Bev, can you tell me if you can hear my microphone? I want to make sure my microphone is working because sometimes people are like that whole time I couldn't hear you. So what here's what I'm going to do today. Today is Thursday. It's June 12th. It's not the summer of love, right? I almost wore my hippie leather fringe jacket, which I have right over there, because like summer of love. Yeah, this is not the summer of love. This is like, I think a lot of paid people that aren't working that are being paid to literally like go to these cities and make peaceful protests violent, worse. They're adding all these different political agendas. Like there's nothing wrong with peaceful protesting. That is a protected constitutional right. Oh, thanks, Bev. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. That's a protected right. But sorry if this is making you dizzy. It's a live. We're watching it live back there. But uh, I'm worried about these protests going violent. Now, there's a big one scheduled here. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. There is a map you can look online. They're literally going to be in every major city Saturday, June 14th. So, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go grocery shopping today because I don't want to deal with anything. I think my area is going to be fine. I think, if anything, usually when they protest in Phoenix, they go down near the freeways, which are off the I 10 near anywhere from 16th Street, 15th Avenue, 27th Avenue, and then they go downtown, which is nowhere near where I am. I just don't want to be on the road when you have paid protesters coming in from out of town causing havoc. Like, I just want to stay home. You know, it's the summer. If you have a nice backyard or you have a nice family room, just sit and watch TV, go swimming. But I'm going to do my grocery shopping today. I'm not trying to say, oh my God, stock up for the apocalypse. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, wouldn't be nice to just let's not deal with the chaos. I'm just going to go and get everything we need for this week and this weekend. I just don't want to have to deal with being in traffic at all, right? Don't need that. If you've got a lot of unstable people trying to disrupt peaceful protesters, because I know I've heard there's a lot of teachers getting involved, and I love teachers. Yeah, go teachers. And teachers, 99.9% of them are peaceful protesters. It's just that what? Less than 1% that are throwing stones and bricks. And I feel so bad for Los Angeles because I just remember as a kid going there. I don't really go there much anymore. I mean, we went there a few years ago just to do some touristy things, but it was such a beautiful city. And you just felt really chill and relaxed there. And now everything I see, it's like destroying 100-year-old buildings. You know, the streets they're breaking up with sledgehammers. Like someone has to go fix that, right? That's going to cost the taxpayers money. Like all this violence, what do they think that's going to accomplish? All for peaceful protesters. Like, let society know what you're upset about. That's fine. But once you start destroying stuff, I get that really weird sense of anxiety and dread. And I don't want to go to LA because I don't think I would feel safe. I don't want to go anywhere near protest. Nobody, and I'm speaking for myself, nobody over the age of a certain age feels safe if people are throwing cinder blocks and bricks off of a freeway overpass because we've seen it in the hospital. People have come in with projectiles hitting their windshield, and it can literally take a chunk out of their head. It's so deadly. You can kill someone doing that. People want to feel safe in their cities. This is bizarre. Is this so? It's looking, look at this. The guys are, this is live. So here's all these workers. At least they're employed. At least they're being given a job, right? They're just cleaning up. I'm imagining, I don't know if this is a federal building. It probably is. They're probably trying to clean these up first. I'm glad. Look at all that. Look at all that spray paint and that vandalism right there. You know, like, So are Los Angelinos doing this to their own city? I don't know, because if you think that you're an Angelino and you're an American, why would you destroy your own city? However, I could see if you hate this country of the land of the free speech, all the opportunities it gives newcomers, and you're just going to spit in the face of America, like that's this graffiti, that's spitting in the face. It just is, like, thanks for destroying our buildings that the taxpayers have to pay. These guys are all getting paid by the taxpayers. Like, it's just costing Los Angelinos money. Yeah. So, um, Beverly, you're in Florida. I think your governor is already pre-prepared for. There's going to be protests there too. I know the Texas governor has already talked to his law enforcement and his state National Guard. They're already getting pre-prepared. If you live in an area where your governor is not preparing, just stay away from the chaos. Young people, and I know I have kids. I'm not going to have them. Not that I can control. Well, I can control one of them. They're still young. The other one, I can't control what he does, but I can just give him advice. Don't go near the protests or the chaos, because if you're a young person and don't know, if you throw bricks or rocks or stones or cement at federal employees, it's a federal crime. You will do some hard prison time. Like, they're not telling, like, I think that's the first thing the news should be doing in these cities. Like, if you guys get caught, which by the way, they have cameras on all these guys, they may not catch them today. They may not catch them in a few weeks, but I guarantee you, just like the January 6 guys, right? It took them months and sometimes longer to find each one, but they found them through social media, through photographs. They will find you. So stay away from the chaos. If you have young kids, let them know, like, stay away from the chaos and the protests, because you don't know, there's agitators being paid to be there, right? Yeah. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to go to prison. Don't go there. Now, if you're going to go and peacefully protest, fine. But even that, I'm like, you know what? This is crazy. No. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, Bev, the grocery stores are busy. Makes sense now. People are a bit panicked. Well, I'm a little envious of you because you're in Florida, and I think that, and I don't know because I don't live in Florida. I visited. It's beautiful. I think it's going to be a little bit more managed there. Again, in Arizona, I feel like the governor said, and they're all preparing. Like, we're already getting prepared. I want, if any young person, which young people watch my channel, but if you happen to, if you're kind of cruising through and looking, please don't get a jail or a prison sentence over this. Don't throw a project. Don't get it. You will go to prison. Stay away from it. Stay away. Right. Yeah, very well funded and organized. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And I can tell you right now, having the military there right now, I don't know what part of LA this is. I don't recognize the street or anything. Again, this is a live shot going on. This is really expensive, having the military there. Um, we could, now again, I'm not against that. I think you need to get cities safe. People need to be like those nice ladies that just walk by. People need to be able to walk down the street and feel safe and not worried about getting hit by a motorcycle, hit by a car doing donuts, someone throwing a projectile, or a firework. Like, that's an explosive. It's just crazy. They had to send the military in. You had to get that situation under control. But I think we're in for quite a weekend. I'm hoping in most areas that, they have things in place, barriers, they can contain areas, they have a plan to get, to tamp down quick if people start destroying things and looting things. I think that's so sad too, when people loot small businesses. A lot of businesses now are still trying to recover after the pandemic, and insurance doesn't cover everything. I know, as a small business, my first medical practice, I was right on a main road, and it was in an area. There was like a lot of shops and offices, and I was right in the middle. And every now and then, I would have someone walk off the street, come up to the receptionist counter where I was actually sitting at the time too, along with the people that worked in my office. And yeah, we'd have guys come in there. Hey, can you lend me some money? They would come up to our just right off the street asking for money. And I was like, okay. So then if I was in my office alone, I would just lock the door. Or there was a deli restaurant right down the street from my office. And they would come in too. And they were kind of like free patients of mine. Like I would do care for them, but I wouldn't charge them anything. Best Italian food ever, by the way. And they would keep an eye out for me. So I felt safe being next to this Italian deli. That was really great. And so every now and then they would walk over. They're like, "Hey, I just saw someone come in. Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay." Um, but imagine if you're a small business in these areas and you don't just have one unhinged person walking in. You've got 40 people rushing in and stealing everything you have. I would have been devastated if someone that did that to my office. Not that I had stuff to steal in my doctor's office, but I had expensive equipment. Maybe they could have destroyed that or, you know, but anyway, the whole point of this was I like how this is looking kind of peaceful right now, though. I'm not, but then again, it's early. They're all probably sleeping in. All the, and these guys seem pretty happy. Look at that guy. He's like laughing. He's having a good time cleaning up LA. Yeah, so going to go grocery shopping today. Get everything you need done so you don't have to get on the freeways or the highways again. I feel so bad for all the people that got caught up on the freeway or the highway. What I just kept thinking, God, what if they're having a medical emergency or someone's having a baby? Like, I just, yeah. Yeah, Judith, I agree. Hopefully, the small cities will be safer. Completely agree because it's funny because even though I live in Phoenix, I run into people I know all the time, and people I know people that I know. It's weird. Phoenix, if you grew up here anyway, it's the smallest big city everywhere. And I know we have our issues here too. And back in what was it, 2020, when all those riots were going on, we had Scottsdale Fashion Square, which was our big bougie mall. Oh yeah, they ran through there looting things too. But again, they weren't protesters. They were opportunists. When there was chaos going off downtown, they took that opportunity to just go nuts, right? It can happen anywhere. Um, and, young people make mistakes. I get it, right? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I agree with you too, Gavin. Gavin is completely inept. Like what he has done to that California is huge, by the way. It can be its own country, but I like going to San Diego, and San Diego's a real chill vibe. I'm hoping they're not dealing with any of this. Yeah, Saturday's going to be crazy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, go out and get what you need done now. Hopefully, it doesn't pop off in your town. But nobody wants to get their window hit by a rock driving down the street. Or you're like, oh, I have to go to the store, but I have to get on this freeway. No, get it done today. Don't even wait till tomorrow, Friday. Get it done today, Thursday, right? Yeah. So hopefully the weather is nice. Like again, this is a live shot of these military soldiers. They're just hanging out, you know. Hey, you could have a worse assignment than just hanging out in California, just hanging out in LA. Not much is going on there. And I guess the curfew is still being imposed for tonight. I think it kicks in again at 8 p.m. tonight in Los Angeles. Oh, yeah, and when they were all blocked up on the freeways and the emergency vehicles couldn't get through, I just kept thinking, "Oh my gosh, I hope no one's having a heart attack or, they just got stabbed and they're trying to get to the hospital." Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. Oh, another little tip, and I thought about this too. We all use our phones for maps. Like, say you have a road that's maybe your local government has decided to block off some roads, especially if you live near an urban or downtown area. Do you know the other routes? And we all rely now on MapQuest, and these. Oh, look at Live Shot. These restaurant workers are bringing them water. Look at that. That's a live shot of kindness right there. Look at them trying to help you, whatever restaurant you are. What's it called there? It's Perla Mexican Cuisine in LA, live shot. They are helping out the military with water. That's awesome. I love that. And look at this nice crowd going by. They're like, we're just tourists and shopping. Okay. Shout out to Perla Mexican cuisine in LA, right? You guys, they just helped out the military. Look at he's all happy. Oh my gosh, they brought me water. I love that we could see that act of kindness live. That was awesome. That was awesome. Uh, oh, look, they're all laughing. They're all having a good time. Oh, okay. I'm feeling so much better about this now, right? In the midst of chaos, there's always some good going on, right? Mm. Yeah. So anyway, uh, get on MapQuest today, and places where you need to go, just screenshot it. So you have the map of your town, city, whatever. That way you have it saved on your phone. Oh, here she is again. Look at her. She's going to bring more water to someone. Again, that's live. Oh, how did I just lose the feed? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's an ad. It's an advertisement. That's okay. It'll be over in 56. I thought they just took us offline. No, just a commercial. And then we'll go back to live. See, yeah. But anyway, do a screenshot of maps. Try to get your neighborhood because you can look that up on Google Earth or whatever your map search of choice is. Because my viewers probably have paper maps, and even though I remember having to use paper maps back in the day, a long time ago, doing home health, I was using a paper map. I don't have them anymore. So screenshot your neighborhood, your direct town, and then citywide, and then areas out, just in case. Just in case. It's really good to have maps saved on your phone. So if you've never thought of doing that, it's a really good idea because if you come to a road that has a roadblock or people are protesting and marching through, you want to know, what are my other ways out of this neighborhood or getting out maybe of this? Like, where does that exit ramp lead to? It's a really good idea to have that. So that's a good situation. The other thing, because it's summer and I deal with this more because I'm in Arizona and yesterday was hot as heck. I think it's going to be 106 today. Yesterday it was really, really hot. I think it was 104 yesterday, 104 degrees. Keep a little mini igloo cooler in your car. Why? You can keep cold water bottles in there. If you eat, healthy protein bars, or if your thing is granola bars, or cookies, crackers, maybe some apples, banana, whatever. Keep that in a little cooler if you have to commute to work, or you have to run a lot of errands. It's a really good idea. Plus, keeping a big cooler when you go to the grocery store, if you live in a hot area, putting your groceries in a cooler keeps them cold longer. It's such a good tip. I learned that from my mother. She keeps this cooler in her trunk, but you can keep a smaller one in the passenger seat. So God forbid, if you're ever stuck and there's marches going on or they're blocking roads, you've got some food and drink there, especially if there's someone with you, or you get low blood sugar, or you're going to be stuck there for a couple hours and you're like, I've got to get some water. It's so hot out here and your car's overheating because your air conditioner can't keep up. It's just a good tip to have that as well. Plus, it's just a good life hack to always have a cooler in your car, because even though you may not need it, you may come across to someone on the corner, like this lovely lady that we just witnessed live that was giving the military water bottles. You may be able to come to someone's aid. You might be like, I have some cold food and snacks right here. Here you go. Right? Maybe someone's broken down on the side of the road, or whatnot. It's just a good preparation thing to have. And it really comes in handy. The other thing I like to do, and then we'll go to the comments here, is I'm probably going to have to put it out today because it's really starting to get hot in Phoenix now. I like to put a cooler outside my front door. God, how long is this commercial? Is it still going? Did I freeze it? I might have froze it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Can I skip it now? No, just let it run. Okay. Missing our live shot back there. Oh, yeah. I put a cooler outside the front door, and that way, because we get a lot of deliveries to the house, because again, I run more than one business now, and I have a lot of deliveries, and I love having snacks and cold water for the Amazon, UPS, FedEx drivers, and my beloved mail people, because I have mailmen and mail women, so mail people, right? And I think they very much appreciate that. So if you live in an area that's getting hot, don't forget your delivery drivers and delivery workers. They work so hard, and a lot of them, we're going to start seeing it on the news that they're going to start passing out. Okay, let's see. Stephanie, carry water and snacks in your car and charge your phone. Oh, yeah. So I forgot to mention that. Oh, I should have brought it right here. on your favorite Amazon site or wherever you buy things online. I love that brand name Anchor. And this isn't a paid ad, you guys. This isn't paid ad. Anchor, Anker, the best batteries. They make batteries this small all the way up to this big. And you want to, I think it's a good idea. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. You should have a charged cell phone in case you get stuck in a protest or a march or chaos on the freeway. A fully charged cell phone. And I love those Anchor batteries. I have the one that's about the size of a cell phone. So if my cell phone dies, I just plug it into my Anchor battery. And it's a really good idea to have a backup battery too. And the reason why it's a good idea to have that small cooler that has some nice cold water and snacks in your passenger seat, you can actually keep your charger and your cell phone in there too. Because again, in Arizona, when we put our phone on the dash of the phone holder, the phone will literally die because it's so hot here. The phone can't take those high temperatures. And you actually can make your phone and your battery last longer, keeping it cooler. So that's another great tip. Stephanie, thank you for mentioning that. It's really a good tip. I heard there are some people we're back to our live shot. Again, if you guys are just joining us, this lovely Latin restaurant just brought cold water out to these soldiers. This is a live shot of Los Angeles. Again, they're trying to protect the federal buildings and keep the violence away, right? And so we love this restaurant back there that just supported the military. There you go. A wonderful act of kindness. I love that so much. And everybody looks really happy walking around. So yeah, I guess we don't need to believe. What's that guy giving them back there? Oh, another guy is bringing them stuff. What are they bringing him? What's that gentleman doing? Again, this is a live shot out of Los Angeles. Oh, he's bringing them snacks. Oh, well, mister, I wish I knew who you were. I would give you credit, but look at that. He's bringing, I love that. Oh, well, they're having a good day. I'm telling you what, they're enjoying the LA weather. They're getting some snacks and food. Oh, I love that they feel supported. You guys not love that? Give a thumbs up if you love it that this Latin, it is Mexican cuisine. The workers at the Mexican restaurant literally brought out cold water for these soldiers. Give a thumbs up if you like that, right? We love these acts of kindness. It's great. Okay. Let's see, Judith, I heard some people are there only to be destructive and to cause chaos. Hopefully they won't go into the neighborhood houses. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a good idea to get your errands and your tasks done today because this whatever protest, what are they calling it? No Kings, that's supposed to happen this Saturday, June 14th. Yeah, you guys get your errands and your shopping done today. Even though I love what's happening. This is a live shot of LA. Love what's happening out there right now with these acts of kindness. Um, you know, looking out for your neighbors, look out for your friends, look out for your community, do kindness and good when you can, and tell your young people in your world or network, stay away from the protests because the feds will arrest them and they will get real prison time. You start throwing rocks and bricks at the feds and the Marines, you will go to prison. Young people they think they're just going to be in the crowd and get away with it. No, there's cameras everywhere. They will find you. Okay, what are they switching to now? This is a live shot. Oh, I think they're just showing more of the cleanup crew there, right? They're cleaning up some of that graffiti. Okay, so we'll just watch them cleaning up in the background. It's nice to know they're already on top of it, right? So my son is away from the summer working at Disney World. Ooh, fun. During times like these, I wish he was here instead. Yeah. Well, Beverly, I'm sure you guys are going to be fine in Florida. The government there, I think, is going to be they're prepared. Like they're prepared for these no kings protests, whatever in the heck that's supposed to be. I've heard it's like, if anyone knows, please comment on the side. Like, what are those protests supposed to be about? I know there's a lot of teachers going. Not all teachers are anti-administration and all that. Some are, whatever. Some are not happy that they're getting rid of the Department of Education. So I know they're kind of joining in that. But again, there are going to be paid protesters just kind of trying to stir it up. So, hey, if you're in LA, maybe check out this, what's it called? Perla Mexican cuisine. Oh, yeah, because there's a big pearl on the window. They're like, "We'll bring them out." I would love it. Won't you love it when they bring them out a platter of food? I bet that's coming next. We'll watch it live if it happens, right? Um, so I don't usually go live with current events, but I feel like it's a really good idea to do that now because again, can't believe everything on the news. They're making it sound like it's constant chaos. Well, look at this. It's nice and happy and peaceful and there's some good going on there right now. So you can just take a deep breath about that. But yeah, Flag Day is Saturday, rocking the American flag on your property. Yeah, I mean, we're all going to put our flags out for sure, you know? Um, so it'll just be interesting. There is no kings going to happen. One side is just trying to stir up the hate pot. Exactly. There's going to be some paid instigators. They're not even protesters. There's just paid instigators trying to stir the pot. You know, that's what I was saying too. If they're looting, any chance they get. So I hope. I mean, they haven't said anything here in Arizona or Phoenix about having a curfew, but I think if anything starts to go down, they'll probably just put a curfew in right away. Yeah, feel sorry for the business owners as well. I do too. Hmm. Yeah. So besides having a cooler in your car with some snacks, some cold water, you want to save some maps on your phone, have a fully charged phone, get a backup battery. And this is just life because I think we're going to have just kind of this. I want to call it the summer of love, but like, let's be honest, it's the summer of chaos. It's already starting. I'm like, really? We're doing this again? Summer of chaos? I really don't want that. But it's just good. Like, okay, what are things that could protect you and your family and mitigate some things, get another way to drive away from the area, having some food and snacks and a charged phone with you. There's got to be some other things. Um, not everyone has helpful phone numbers. Like sometimes in your phone, you have helpful contacts, but like, for example, do you know all the hospitals in your area? And do you know which hospitals have emergency rooms? Did you know that not all hospitals have emergency rooms? At least that's the case here in Arizona. So it's a really good idea to not only carry a map, screenshot it on your phone, locate the hospitals in your area. And you can look at their website or you can just call them and say, "Hey, is there an emergency department there?" "Yeah, there is." "Okay, good." There's also hospitals that have emergency rooms, but if it's a certain type of injury, accident, whatever, illness even, they'll transfer out again to like a trauma level 1 hospital. And usually those are teaching hospitals. Like here, if you're in Phoenix, the Honor Health Hospital, like the one on 12th Street in McDowell, that's a level 1 trauma hospital. So if you live in Phoenix, that's the one to go to. St. Joseph's over there on 3rd Street and Osborne, that's another trauma level 1 hospital. But like the little hospitals, like we used to have a cardiac hospital here. Took me offline again. Oh no, it's a commercial. Uh, but yeah, and that was interesting because even though it's not a level 1 trauma hospital, they did have an emergency room, and by law, they can't turn you away. They have to start treating you. But if it's something more where you need a particular surgery or they don't treat a particular kind of injury, like there's something more involved, they'll treat you, get you stable, and then they'll life flight you somewhere else or transfer you somewhere else. Now, it's not the cardiac hospital anymore or the Arizona Heart Hospital. It's another hospital. But even small hospitals, if they have an ER, they can't turn you away. But again, not all hospitals have ERs. And it's a really good thing or being a resource for your neighbors and communities to know where are the hospitals, who has emergency rooms. And the other thing is, there's many urgent cares because I used to work in one. I worked in an urgent care that was owned and run by a group of physicians. And one of my mentors, who I did my residency with, was an emergency room doc. I learned so much from her. She's my good friend still today. Anyway, this urgent care was as close to it as an ER you will ever get to. And they were all physicians anyway. And so it's good to know what are the good urgent cares near you, because some of them might just be run by PAs and nurse practitioners, and they might be wonderful providers. But if they're not trauma experienced emergency room physicians, it may not be the urgent care to go to, and they're going to send you out anyway. Like if you're having chest pain, they're going to be like, you got to go to the ER. So don't do a double copay. Just know where to go. If you do a little groundwork now, it's going to save you money, time, and maybe you or your family's or friends' life. If you just have that basic information of your community, right? You heard $150 a day. Yeah, I heard $150 to $200 a day is what they were paying these paid protesters, rioters, we'll call them, right? Yeah, protesting has changed. Yeah, from the 60s and 70s for women's rights. Yeah, there was nobody looting. I don't know. There was chaos going on back then too, but not for the women's marches. But yeah, yeah, there was a lot going on there too. So anyway, I think when we're talking about, if you're just joining us now on this live, we're talking about, getting ready for Saturday. They're calling it the No Kings protest, and we want everyone to be safe. And we're just talking about ways you can avoid the chaos, avoid the areas, tell young people to not get involved in it because they could be arrested. And if they say, I was watching something too. They were saying assault, you don't even have to touch the person if they believe they're being intimidated. So if a federal official believes a protester is getting in their space and they feel they're being intimidated, they could charge that person with assault. Young people, stay away from the area. You can go to prison. Stay away. I've made that clear now, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah. So, okay, yeah. So I think those are some good suggestions. The cooler in the car, maps on the cell phone, know where your urgent cares and hospitals are, and then go at that deeper level, know what they offer, and then have your errands and groceries done. Like get that done today. It's still early on Thursday. If you and again in a hot climate like me, um, I'm kind of waiting until it gets really hot and then I'll go because the parking lots are a little thinner and I don't mind the heat myself. But a lot of people will wait till later this afternoon and evening when it cools down a little bit. So, because I missed going early this morning, I was doing some other things. So, yeah, I kind of missed out on that one. Yeah. Uh, and avoid the highways and the freeways because I know in Phoenix, last time we had the 2020, I'll call them so some were peaceful, some were not peaceful, it was just a hot mess. They took over the freeways too. So if you got to get something done, do it today, stay off the freeways, right? And wouldn't this be like the greatest time for nefarious enemies of our state or country to really fan the flames? Yeah, I don't want to be in any area where something more is going to pop off, right? No. All good advice. Oh, good. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You guys comment if you can think of something else I haven't thought of. Oh, this is bubbly water, by the way. So what are they doing back here? It's our live shot. Well, they're just milling about. Look at all this. They've had a board, all that up, all that got destroyed. All those windows got destroyed. Looks pretty calm down there, though. Just military vehicles. Yeah. Since it's a live shot and I'm talking, let me know if you see something because I might miss it as I'm talking to you. So it looks really nice and beautiful around there. Imagine they were having all that chaos. It's hard to imagine because it looks really nice right now. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so we don't need to be worried. We don't need to be fearful. That's what I keep saying, and that's why I'm not going to doom scroll anymore on, love Instagram, but boy, do I get sucked into that doom scrolling. Look outside in your neighborhood. Everything's fine. You know, put your flags out for Flags Day if you want to, right? If you love your country. I happen to love my country. My country has done nothing but amazing things for me being a woman that wanted to be a doctor someday, right? Now I'm a doctor. Like I love my country and I love that we are still open to so many people coming here to have a wonderful life as well. And, if you're going to bring violence and chaos and human trafficking and drug smuggling, you can GTFO, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. So bye, you know? No. So I feel like it's wild too because a lot of my neighbors won't put a flag out and I'm like, "Well, do you not love your country? Like what's the deal? Why don't you want to put a flag out?" It to me it's a little bit bizarre. But, I feel like if you love here, like have a little bit of love for your country. Jeez. I don't know. Down 10 pounds from not having any summer drinks or desserts. You're like, meanwhile, Beverly, that's great. I love that. You're down 10 pounds. Summer drinks or desserts. Yeah. You know what is a really healthy dessert? And this is what I've been having lately. I know you guys are here for what's going on, but like strawberries, blueberries, and dark chocolate. Oh my gosh. And especially if you stick it in the freezer, that little bowl while we're watching the chaos of the chaos in the cities, right? Because this is a live shot. Frozen strawberries, blueberries, and some dark chocolate. Oh, it's so good for you, and it'll last a long time if you freeze the fruit, right? That's a good little tip. People around the world wish they had the president we do. They wouldn't have to come, and they wouldn't have to come here. Yeah, we're very lucky to live in a constitutional republic where anyone can get educated for free. You know, our public school system, a lot of people take it for granted, but you are getting free education. That is not the case everywhere in the world. Or your life is in danger if you try to go to school. Like we are very fortunate in this country. And, people that foment chaos and violence, like they haven't traveled the world. They don't see how bad it can get. And for women, there's countries where women can't drive. You have to cover up. It was bad enough when we had to cover up the whole time during COVID, which by the way, I could not stand. Imagine like you have to be covered all the time. Like we're going to erase you. We'll look at your eyeballs, but that's about it. I can't imagine. We're so fortunate in this country. You just can't put a price on freedom, right? You have a 20-foot flagpole in your yard. Holy cow. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll put our flags out and then yeah, you know. Yeah. I'll that's all we can do, right? Yeah. Uh a woman got into major trouble spitting on the former DC US Attorney Edmund. I'm like, oh yeah. Well, that is considered assault if you spit on someone because you don't know what illnesses that person has, and now they've just spit it onto you. Because yeah, yeah, people can carry some viruses that you can get from being spit on. I'm just saying, especially if it goes in your eye or your mouth. Gross. That's just disgusting. Spit is so gross. No, not a fan. No. Oh yeah, so we got a different shot now. Yeah, they're just kind of chilling over there. That actually looks like a really cool place to eat over here. And the weather looks typical LA, right? Looks a little overcast out there. Again, this is a live shot out of Los Angeles we're watching. Um, I think on depending what's happening, I am working Saturday, but I'll try to go live on Saturday too, just so we can look at the different cities. I am concerned about Chicago. I'm concerned about parts of New York. I'm concerned about San Antonio, Texas. Hope they're preparing. And I think LA is going to hopefully they won't get it so bad now since things are a little locked down there now. I want the White House to put up free online college programs. They just need to buy the curriculum. I also want high school to be to 10th grade, then 2 years of college in the same buildings. I agree. And here's Scott. This is really interesting. Listen to this. So I have a patient. I'm not going to say their name, but they work in tech with a very well-known tech company. I'm not going to mention it because I don't want to out this guy. And he was telling me what's coming. And I was like, what? So not only AI is going to replace doctors, I'm telling you now, it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but they're coming for us. And whatever, it's okay. I do other things. Not worried. But what's going to happen in education? So this is already in the works and it's a thing. And they're already presenting it to I think they're going to the college levels first, and then it's going to trickle down all the way to kindergarten. So this is going to affect everyone. And so it's complete AI education. And this is where I was like kind of on board with this because I was like, well, you still have to have schools because where are parents going to put all their kids? You need the kids to have somewhere to go to socialize, and so the parents can go to work. But no, they'll be in a classroom There'll be the one-on-one AI instructor from the computer. And I can tell you right now in classrooms, because I have a son in grade school, there is a computer lab that has really nice computers and kids sit in front of it anyway. And then in the regular classrooms, most kids have a laptop that the school provides. That's a thing already. But now there's going to be the one-on-one AI that will look at what can the child do. So for example, this kid over here, he's on grade level for math. That one over there is at 8th grade level for math. This kid though, he's way behind. So instead of the teacher teaching the class this one thing and everyone's at different levels, no, the AI teacher is going to do individualized instruction. So every computer will have a different curriculum going on. There will still be, I don't know if they're going to let it be a teacher, a classroom helper, a classroom discipline monitor. There will still be a human in the classroom, but it's going to be one-on-one AI teaching. It's already in the works. It's already happening. There you go. You heard it here first, because this is under development. It is developed. It's already developed. They're just talking to different schools who's going to implement it first. And honestly, I think because in Arizona, we had driverless cars first. We do all the, because we're very business friendly in the state. And I hope it continues that way, because I think it's kind of great to be very tech forward. Initially, I was worried about teachers losing their jobs, but you know, you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to pivot. And I still think teachers will be needed to teach certain skills. Like, and I think we need to bring that back to high schools, like teaching plumbing, teaching carpentry, teaching how to fix a car. I remember in high school, we had shop class, all the guys that wanted to learn how to, like, make things, and they would make some pretty cool things. And then we had a class where they learned how to fix cars. And remember, some boys were in my class, because again, home economics. That is where I learned to stitch. I never knew how to sew. We learned how to hand stitch. We learned a little bit of knitting and crochet. We learned how to cook. We did some recipes there. I thought home ec was really, really cool. We don't do that anymore. There's there's nothing like that now in schools. There's no home ec. We need to go back to that. We have to teach skills, because AI is coming for everyone, all these professions, and all these people rioting and having chaos, and it's all on camera. I guarantee you, the feds and government has an AI. They can scrub it against or put it against driver's license photos or that national ID that's required now to fly. When does that go into effect? I forgot the date. Did it already go into effect? I can't remember. They can compare a picture against an ID photo. You don't think AI can do that? AI can do that. They will find these violent protesters that were throwing things off overpasses. That's why I'm saying if these people were being paid $200 to show up at these protests and do this, not worth it. Not worth it when you have to hire a lawyer and try to stay out of prison, which you're probably not going to, because look at January 6th. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So kind of went off on a little tangent there. Since, let's see, is there anything going on the live shot back there? No, people just going to work, doing their thing. Like, look at these people. They look like they just went on a nice business lunch. There's no projectiles or fireworks, and then the military is just kind of hanging out. So it's looking pretty peaceful over there in LA. Nice to see. I don't mind it. It's a good thing. But yeah. Okay. The last thing I'll mention, since we're coming on 45 minutes here going live. And again, you guys, I'll try to go live this weekend too, because I'm hoping it's just nothing but peaceful protests this weekend on the 14th. But if you weren't aware of it, there's protests all over the country scheduled. So get your errands done today. The last thing I was going to say, remember on my website, my other channel, whatnot, I've talked about how healthcare is broken and my goal is to create something. Well, myself and my health coach partner, Erin, we have come up with as much free content as possible. We also came up with a website. We're going to offer one-on-one consults. But anyway, if you want to check out my other YouTube channel now, it's specifically medical, because I want to give out free medical content talking about specific conditions, supplements, medications, etc. And it's called Vitalize. I haven't put the content on it yet. I'm telling you here on the live. This afternoon, I'm going to try to upload like 4 videos that I've already done. but it's called Vitalize Health Partners. That's my new YouTube channel. And then the website Vitalize with a Z. I think we did it with a Z, vitalizehealthpartners.com. And that website is up live now. It's not all the way done. We're going to be adding a lot more to it, but people can get on there and schedule one-on-one consults. They'll talk to our health coach, Erin, first. And then for no extra charge, they do a follow-up visit with me where we talk at length about any questions they have about like their medications. What are their medications for? Are their medications interacting? Why am I on this? This is the condition I have. My doctor didn't explain. What does that mean? So that's where we're going. Now, the future of the website is to offer low cost labs that people can order and have it shipped to their home. We haven't gotten that far yet. Right now, it's just the website itself is live with a few options for consults, different price points, what people can afford. I think it's a huge value, but whatever. I'm not trying to sell it. It's just what it is. I've been talking about this for a while. And then the new YouTube channel is Vitalize Health Partners, where we're just going to give out free medical content. Okay, I just wanted to say that too. So if you guys are bored and you want to go over there, and at least there's not videos on there, they're on there this afternoon. If you don't mind subscribing to that to get the ball rolling, that would be awesome. Because again, we want to do our part to change broken healthcare. People don't trust their doctors anymore. I want to do my small part to try to get some of that trust back. Not for me personally, because I feel like my patients still trust me. I only lost one patient during the whole COVID thing because she demanded that I get vaccinated. And I was like, well, you can't tell me what to do. So she never came back. That was it. Anyway, okay, stay safe. Get your errands and grocery shopping done today. Hopefully, I'll see you live again this weekend. Bye.